Hey yo, it's that dude Pro Lift, man, and we back with episode 40, Fatherhood, Hip Hop and Sports. First and foremost, man, I just want to give thanks to the creator for giving me life, giving me health, giving me strength. Uh, Also, I just want to send a special shout out, man, to all the fathers out here across the world. You guys rock. You guys are amazing. Also, I want to send a special shout out to the YouTube family, man. Thank you guys for giving Little Old Pro Lift this platform and this opportunity, this experience uh, to get online, to speak on topics that mean a lot to me. I just want to say I apologize for the delay yesterday. Uh, I guess you can say I wasn't in the best of spirits to go live yesterday to give you guys my updates on the Super Bowl. Just got news here the last few days that a childhood friend of mine was murdered in Atlanta, Georgia. Uh, I'm tired of talking about Atlanta, especially when we talking about the negative energy that's going on. You know, if it's not Atlanta, it's Memphis, man. Uh, every day when we turn on the TV, it's some black on black killing, some black on black hate, you know. And I just wanted to dedicate episode 40 to the homie. Uh, my heart goes out to his son. You know, he was a father. Um, he was a giver. Um, he was a lover, and he was a person that he loved you, he cared about you. You can have the shirt off his back, and to hear that he was murdered and taken away in the manner that he was taken away, uh, it did something to my soul. It did something to my spirit because I felt like I wouldn't have been a friend. I wouldn't have been someone of no kind of compassion if I would have got up here on the internet talking about hip hop and sports and things that I could have just eventually went about my normal schedule and still just
Oh, hi.
say hi baby.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi.
Okay. And could have went about my normal schedule and just kind of like tried to push the emotions to the side and just said, you know what, I'm gonna do this more because what happened to him, I got to use that as motivation to keep pushing and going through my day. But for some strange reason, um, my heart, my passion, my soul, my energy, everything here the last few days has been very it's been very dark in a sense, it's been very like you don't know why so many bad things happen to good people. We don't know why there's so much hate in people's heart. We don't know why it's people that look just like us, you know, come from the same background, same atrocities, you know, being raised by grandparents, etc., etc., etc. And people, grinding and getting it out the mud and being successful, and next thing you know, somebody that looks just like you want to come and try to take something from you. And there it is. They take your life. You know what I'm saying? And when I think about fatherhood, I think about situations like this. See, baby, what is that?
It's dead there.
Let me see. It looks like a Batmobile.
No, it's dead there.
Oh, that thing gave you this?
Yeah.
Okay. You tell her thank you.
Yeah.
And she gave it to you. You said thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Give me 5. All right. I love you. Uh, when I think of fatherhood, man, and just my journey and everything that uh, when I've always made Minnie Mouse and Minnie.
Yeah.
Okay.
The car.
Here, come on, let's play. Ready, set, go. And see, this is all, this is not a script, This is my everyday life, just having this opportunity, being in this position to be able to be here with my kids every day, every night. I ain't missing, no important nothing. And it's like where I come from and all the things we've had to endure, all the pain we've had to just kind of like keep it inside and just keep moving, pray about it and keep moving. Big shout out to Amari Hardrick. Big shout out to Amari Hardrick, man. I saw an interview with him and Jamil Hill, man, who's by the way one of the dopest African American journalists, public speakers, people of that, that nature. She's one of the best. Yes, baby. Say it. She's one of the probably the dopest African Americans out here that has a platform, and her Unbothered platform. Those episodes, they're very dope. So big shout out to Jamil Hill. You're one of my inspirations. You're one of the journalists that I've been following for years, even before the ESPN thing with you and Michael Smith. So I remember clearly, when, she was on, all the major platforms with Michael Smith, and before that whole little thing took place and she lost her job, and, the both of them, and Dad was, the top sports, provider. They no longer worked with those, them anymore. So, being an African American that's, been in the journalism industry, have had passions and aspirations of pursuing, these particular situations and ordeals one day, I still looked at it as an if, it was something that I needed to still find some type of balance and an understanding into why, people of her nature, of her stature, that this was happening to these people, because not only were they giving us dope content, but they were, they were the faces for African American up and coming journalists like myself. We're tapped into them. We're watching them. We're studying their cadence and trying to get a feel for why these power networks are choosing these people to be the faces of their franchises. So I've been a fan of hers, but I heard something where she was interviewing Amari Hardrick, which we all know is Ghost from Power. Big shout out to OG50, man, and what you created, that I feel like it's gonna outlive your kids, their grandkids, and their grandkids, and et cetera, which I felt like that's why you created it. But I heard Ghost say something in the interview, basically saying, as men, a lot of the times we're taught it's not plugged up, baby, and you can't play it right now until Daddy done working. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. So when I heard Ghost basically saying that a lot of us are raised by grandparents, man. We're taught to just pray on it, put a band-aid over our emotions and just cover them up and keep going. Um, that's who the homie was in a sense, man. We all grew up in a very small town called Blakely, Georgia, which is in the southwest corner of Georgia, right next door to to Columbia, Alabama. But the key Alabama town is in the very next to is Dothan. And Brian took his talents there, and that led to him going to Atlanta and built a real good resume and a name for himself, and had a lot of high-end clients and people he worked it with, built relationships with, and he was thriving. That man was winning. He was a father, and he was somebody that Alexa, played a part of my childhood. I collabed, with in church, sung in a choir with, was a part of a quartet before, and we sung. I never forget one of the most special moments. I shared a microphone and a stage with him. It was at a Mother's Day Sunday extravaganza in church, and we paid a special tribute to all the mother figures, and our queen far as church and bringing us together, Miss Eddie Mae Mosley. And I want to say this was like maybe summer 02, summer 01, summer 01, summer 02, somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe 2000. We sang a song for Mama. And me, him, Sean Harris, Darius Williams, we all come on. We all sing that rendition for a song of Mama for for the mothers. And I shared some stages with him. I want to say I was in a talent show group with him before. We was in a group of where we was dancing, and but Brian was an artist. He was a creator, man. He was full of life. He was full of love, and to have any type of negative conversations about him and his demise now and him not being here anymore, you're a hater. Something wrong with you. And you need some God and some help in your life to say anything negative about what this young man overall stood for. And it was all love. You get what I mean? So, Atlanta, more blood on y'all hands, man. Like, unfortunately, I've been saying it for episodes, though. I understand I'm not like this major platform. I don't have this big following, this big voice, but to those that know me, they know me. They know I'm from GA. They know I grew up there. I have pretty small, cool network of friends and loved ones and family, that are in Atlanta that are doing good for themselves. Homeowners, small business owners, got motion, got good motion, and know a lot of strong people. And unfortunately, he was one of those people that I always kind of low key shouted out when I spoke on some of the fathers over the years that inspired me, that I watched their journey and the things that they went, the steps that they had to take and the grind that they was putting in and day out to being fathers. Brian was one of those guys, man, that I saw his journey. I watched how he took his situation and uh, he provided for his son by all means, and that's the ultimate, when a motherfucking die or get his life taken away from him the way this unfortunately happened with him, uh, it ain't nothing fucked up you can say about him. Point blank simple. I mean, regardless of whatever else the naysayers got going on, what they saying, and I'm saying this and speaking out on it because I can, because me and this man, his brothers, shout out to his step brothers, the George family, they know who they are. I've already spoken with them. Um, um, yeah, Brian had so much love and giving in his heart. And Atlanta, all you supposed to be tough guys up there in that city, man. Y'all wrong, man. Y'all niggas is green. Y'all niggas done fucked up and fucked with the wrong motherfucker though, for real, for real. And the reason why I'm saying that is because uh energy and karma is for real. You know what I'm saying? Brian, his soul protected by the Most High. Brian was protected and connected to some real spiritual people. So you motherfuckers that did this to him, thinking that whatever the agenda, or whatever you got out of it, and then killed him like that, you thinking y'all just gonna ride off and get away with this? Nah, you gonna get yours. You gonna get yours, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the Most High don't play by his ones, and Brian was one of his ones. And the reason why I say that is because he, all my years of knowing him, all these people that he was attached to, all the people that spoke on him, and some of these people we all attached to each other. We all grew up with each other. And I'm saying this because a lot of them ain't like my bestest of friends or supporters in life currently of today. But I'm not gonna be this person that's gonna get on the internet, get on my little podcast, I'm searching for clout or anything, and speak on shit that ain't real. What they been saying about him is real, man. That man heart was full of love. If he fucked it with you, he fucked it with you. I remember the first time he just heard about I was in Atlanta after being in California for like 6-7 years. He stopped what he was doing and made sure he pulled up to come see me. We ain't do nothing but just sit in a park, at a park, drink a beer, just talk some shit and reminisce on some old times and talked about the time we fought in, chopped it up, just, told me about some of his goals and dreams. And then to fast forward to take 10, 11 years down the road, he did everything he said he was going to do. He did everything he said he was going to do. I'm talking about he traveled, he went, saw places that he told me he always had dreamed of. Uh, he built his portfolio, his clientele. He knew fashion, and that was something that he was gonna always be into. We didn't really too much talk about the photography, but fashion and just sauce and drill, putting that shit on was something he always spoke on and loved it and had a passion for us. And if you know him, you know that what I'm saying is not fugazi energy. And this is 2013, October, top of November. And yeah, when he pulled up and saw me and we chopped it up, man, I was just happy for him to know that he had been, doing okay in Atlanta, and was living life and having fun and not, you know, feeling trapped in our hometown, and just having freedom. And all I told him was to be safe and always stay prayed up. And as the years went by, all I saw was him on a journey, just trying to take care of his son, living his life, traveling, you know, spending times with his loved ones, all the people that cared for him and loved him and saw that glow in him that a lot of people from our hometown saw in him and knew of him. And I just didn't have the strength yesterday, guys, to uh to go about the normal schedule that I promised. Then at noon today, I just didn't have it. But then I told myself, well, I'm not gonna get on here and just talk about the things we all saw. We know who won the Super Bowl. We know what's going on in the music industry. But I just wanted to focus more on fatherhood today and the hate and the fucked up energy that's going on in the world. And I just throw my flag in. Like if I've ever offended any of you, made any of you feel like, hey, I didn't go hard enough for you the way you probably went for me. I'm sorry, man. Like we all go through things. We all have, mental health issues and situations that, you know, a lot of us we cope with things a lot differently. And, this podcast has been a coping mechanism for me. I've been dealing with a lot of personal situations in my life behind the scenes outside of this, but every day I still gotta wake up and be a dad to my kids. I gotta have a game plan and some type of formula set up to where I can't, you know, get distracted or blinded by anything that's really going on inside, and that's rubbing off on me just being a dad to my children. You know what I mean? And I know I'm not the only father out here that's going through this shit and feeling this way. And it's deeper than just saying, "Oh, African Americans." You got your Caucasian brothers going through this. You got your Asian brothers. You got your Jamaican brothers, your Haitian brothers. You got brothers from Indonesia or from the Philippines or from Antarctica. You got grown ass men of all walks of life from all backgrounds. We're going through things that sometimes we mask it, and we don't feel like we have people to talk to, and we feel like we don't have people we can release to be able to feel like, okay, I can share this with somebody that I feel like can give me some advice and some confidence to be able to get a different perspective on what's going on. And I can truly say each and every time I spoke with Brian, and it wasn't a lot. Me and Brian situation, it was raw and it was different because his love for his stepbrothers. It was like anybody had a difference or situation with his stepbrothers and he knew of it and they spoke on it as in if y'all hadn't been talking or something going on, we need to clear some shit up, woo, woo, then you had a problem with Brian, point blank simple. And him dying like this, and me knowing deep inside that I could have done more, as far as reaching out to him and telling him, hey, how much he inspired me. Because we talked, I told him, I had my time to tell him how I was proud of him, when he would tap in from time to time. I clearly remember before the pandemic, he would always tell me how beautiful my daughter was, and he would chime in, like, because it's like a lot of things some people didn't see on Facebook, we was communicating on Instagram still. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I might have not been following him as much on Facebook, but I'm following him on Instagram. So it's kind of like, that's how it is with a lot of us. Some of us might just don't be following everybody on all the platforms. I got some people that I might be talking to or follow on Snapchat that I don't follow on Facebook and Instagram. And just because you ain't following everybody on all the platforms don't mean you're not homies, you're not friends, or you're beefing, or it's this, it's that, and the third. And it's like, I feel like that's where it's so much division at. It's so much unnecessary tension and drama at, because it's like, all of these platforms, all of these social media sites, man, they're supposed to be tools and sources that we're supposed to be using that's connecting us, with more people, with more paper, and with more freedom. Period. You know what I'm saying? PPF. People, paper, and freedom. Straight like that. That's what these social media sites, in my heart, I feel were constructed for. And like I told you guys, man, in the jump, I didn't touch bases yesterday morning with no Super Bowl updates. Wasn't gonna waste the live. And I just said, I'm gonna touch bases on it and dedicate this segment to him, because what happened to him, it was some hater shit. Point blank simple. Uh, the shit that happened to that kid in Memphis, which is only an hour and 20 minutes away from Atlanta, hater shit. Those guys had hate in their heart. And it was some underlying motives that Tyree had going on with his personal fucking life, to why those officers treated him as if that was personal, that they were not there to protect and serve and to be on his helmet for, committing some serious violations. No, that was personal. When you constantly keep beating somebody like that, that's personal, man. You know, that's personal. It don't take a fucking rocket scientist to know when you got five motherfuckers, that motherfucker, man. And I done been arrested before. I've been on the ground with my hands behind my back like this. And when your hands is like this behind your back, bro, ain't nothing you can do. Ain't nothing you can do. I don't give a fuck how strong you think you is, how buff, how tough. When they got your ass in this position, bro, and your hands behind your back, bro, and a motherfucking already hit you a few times, and sock you and kick you, that's it. It's basically at a point where you just supposed to just lay there, bro. Don't say nothing, don't talk, don't do nothing, just lay there. But then when this man in this position, he like this, y'all constantly keep getting off on it. Constantly keep doing it. Constantly keep just doing it. And it's black folks. It's black on black shit, homie. Same thing that happened to my motherfucking childhood homie, bro. Same bullshit going on out there in Houston. Now so many people got mixed emotions that these folks coming out talking about it, but then it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, in my community with my culture, and I'm just saying as a black man, it just seems like it's so much fucked up energy with us as black people, man. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, why all the people that get a voice or got the followings and got all the shit, that it's like people out here working hard as fuck to try to get these same type of this same type of following and credibility, and it's like the ones that's getting it, all they doing is promoting drama, promoting mess, promote violence, and it's like, here it is, all I know I've been giving out on this fatherhood, hip hop, and sports thing, and now we done reached 40 episodes of this, and it's funny because this is the 40th episode. This is another reason why I didn't go and give no Super Bowl updates, because I wanted this 40th episode to be like my baby out of all of these ones, because I need y'all to understand moving forward with me on this journey with my music, anything I'm ever uploading to this channel, man, it's gonna be all about love over here. And if you connected to me, attached to me, if it's funny, if it's goofy, if it's some old energy that I feel like it's unnecessary, then get what we gonna do? We gonna just let bygone be bygone. I ain't arguing with nobody no more. I ain't finna force myself with situations, with people, with none of that. Because at the end of the day, we all grown. We all understand that, hey, with everything, it has worth. It has value. Time is something that we can't get too comfortable with. You get what I mean? Because you don't never know how people are thinking out here. We don't never know that time or our hour that our time could be up, So it's kind of like, when you focus more on just trying to execute, and you focus more on just trying to love, and you focus more on just trying to give, and you focus more on just trying to understand that, well, if I'm putting in the work and I'm staying passionate about what I'm trying to do, the work gonna speak for itself. The money gonna come, you know, and everything that I'm doing, I ain't gonna have to exhaust, the funds and the financial situations that we got going on. We ain't gonna exhaust none of this to just, you know, get ahead in what we love, because what we love eventually it'll pay off for itself as long as we keep doing the work. And see, the homie was doing the work. Him taking those trips, him living his life, him being able to provide for his son, man, and getting his son all the way here 4 or 5 months away from the ultimate stage, which was to graduate him through high school. The last year, this happens to him. 5 months before him graduate, this happened to his dad. That's the shit that fucked me up so much, because that's the times we living in. Motherfuckers out here don't give a fuck. It's like motherfuckers out here, they so tapped into what they got going on. They rather not work for it. They rather not grind for it. And they see something that's soft, or they think it's soft, they think it's weak, and they'll try to take advantage of it. And there it is, you done took somebody's life, all because motherfuckers don't want to do the work. Motherfuckers just want to think it's cool to just be niggas out here that want to be the boogeyman. And the reason why I'm saying the boogeyman is because when we think of the boogeyman, we think of a motherfucker that's coming to scare you, coming to get you, coming to take you out. You know what I'm saying? And the homie didn't deserve that. And most of my subscribers, most of the people that I know that probably tapped into my channel, probably don't follow it as much, but probably could double back and check it out from time to time. Like, nah, man, Blakely, Georgia is a small town that, a lot of those childhood memories I've had, and a lot of us had with each other, man. It was like everybody's on a journey right now in their lives where everybody's still peaking, and he was still peaking. He had so much more life to go. And it's just unfortunate that this happened to somebody that I grew up with, that I went to school with, that his brothers were like my bestest of friends. So we was all like brothers. We were all like family. We all did a lot of shit together, and you know, a lot of these childhood friends and homies, Atlanta was like a destination for them. California was something that I always had in my back pocket ever since I was in middle school. I could have had this option way before the basketball days and playing ball at early kind of high school and being on supposedly being championship rosters and shit of that nature. Like, I could have had this California thing popping way before that. But Brian he went to Atlanta and made a name for himself, and he had a lot of great, lovable people in his life. And to be able to take my small little platform and dedicate an episode to his life, the time that I shared with him, the conversations, playing on a rec league basketball team with him, where we had the only female coach in the whole league in our age division that year. And we came out being like the third place team, where people projected us to be like the last place. And we was only like a two-way tie for third. So we was low-key tied for second, but supposedly we got third because one of the teams that we both lost to the team beat us more than they beat them by. So that turned out to be one of those situations where, but we, like I said, through that 8-game season, we won 5 games where people thought we was only gonna win. Hope just win 4. What's up, Poppy? How you doing? Give me 5. Hi, baby. You back?
I started.
You sorry? Okay. You gotta let Daddy just finish working. I'm almost finished. Just tell him hi again.
Hi.
What's up, Poppy?
Hi,
Oh, so you want Alexa now too? As in if
Alexa.
baby Alexa's not plugged up. It's right here. She's here. She's available, but Daddy can't turn it on. Because if I turn it on, then I'm not gonna be able to finish work. And I need to finish this, and we are almost done. Let's go there, Poppy. Ooh. Oh, so you had to come do your move. He had to come. You just knew what was going on. Oh my goodness.
Daddy.
Yes, Mama.
Ready?
But
Go.
But
Yay.
but before we finish up episode 40, man, Brian, thank you, man. Thank you for teaching me, guiding me, showing me what it's like to give love when you didn't really have a lot to give. And when I say that, I'm saying that because what you gave your son and how you showed us and the blueprint and being a dad and just doing it the way you wanted to do it. Being a kid growing up in small town Blakely, Georgia, not even really knowing his real father, having more real love from his stepfather, which was a tough love. And I can speak on that because I know I was there. I was around. Like I told you, his stepbrothers were like my bestest of friends. So there was times when I'm with them, but we at Brian's house. We stayed the night with them, but we at their house. And then from there, we'll all go out to their grandma's house or something. So it was like a big brotherhood. And man, 40 episodes in, Brian, and I want to say you was finna turn 39 this year. I think you was a year older than us, is too. Maybe about 6-7 months older than us, because I know we turned 38 this year, and I think you turned 39 somewhere in this range. What's up, Poppy? You ready? Ready? Set, go. Ooh, 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 ooh. But ooh, boy, you funny. You got all the moves. You got all the moves, man. Dang, he got all the moves. But thank you, brother. Thank you for showing us all, man, what it was like to be a dad, what it was like to do it your way. Like I said, I'm sorry this happened to you, man. Wish I had a little more time to catch up with you, man, and chop it up with you, man. But I'm gonna do my best to try to make it out there to show my respects to you, your family, man. Big shout out to your sisters, to your mom. I'm sorry, Miss Bell. This happened to your son, man. You're a very, very sweet lady, very loving mother. I know how much you love your son. I'm sorry, Miss Bell, that you having to go through this, to his grandma, to his whole Rocket Spring family, all the people that knew him, the road he grew up on, man. Very sorry, man, that this happened, man. To his stepdad, to all the people, man. My heart go out to you guys. I'm sorry that this happened. But we gotta stop the hate. Father God, I need you to get down there to Memphis, get down there to Atlanta, man. Get down there to St. Louis, get down there to New Orleans, man. Get down there to all these key little small towns in all the South, man. Clean up. Because a lot of stuff ain't right. The energy ain't right. We ain't loving on each other the way we need to love on each other. And I just hope and pray that we can find some type of balance because I know this is finna wake a lot of people up in my hometown as if we ain't already been woken up enough after what happened at the top of 2021. That was an eye-awakening year ever of all times. Like, the top of that COVID and all them people that was dying left and right in Blakely and just with all the violence and all these, youngsters now want to tote guns and they emulating this rap music to the T, and it's just like, it's like these small towns ain't even safe havens anymore because there's just so much negativity going on in these places to where it's like, that's a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? You got the old folks ain't even got a peaceful place to even live no more. Because these youngsters, everybody want to be menaces. Everybody want to be knuckleheads. Everybody trying to be bullies and gangsters to that degree. When it's like all the people that need to be getting that flint and that attention, y'all scared to go at them people. But y'all want to attack and murder, kill beautiful heart, beautiful soul people that'll give you the clothes off your back, the shoes off your feet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get that shit. Why are we out here killing and murdering people that ain't got nothing but love in their heart, bro? And it's always it's black on black shit. Some hater shit, man. So, that's episode 40. I'm coming back with y'all Friday at noon, episode 41. We're gonna talk about Super Bowl 57. We're gonna touch bases back with y'all with the remaining 10 top form Major League Baseball systems. We're gonna catch up on the new college basketball rankings. We got a new number one in the country. And they deserve it. Their program is elite. They got a world-class generation of talent over there now. And we're going to be on schedule, man. Episode 41 with y'all Friday AM. But it's been a blessing, man. I couldn't just go the rest of the day without letting the homie know, his family know, man, that I'm sorry this happened to you guys. And y'all in my prayers. And I wanted to do this in my daughter's room, my kid's room today, just to let Brian, his spirit, know, man, that I was inspired by your work, being a father more than anything, because I know where you come from, how you did it, the way you kept a smile on your face. That was the most beautiful thing of it all, because this is a job that is very, very challenging. Especially if you ain't got that mental toughness and that courage. And you had that courage in your heart, brother, to show us all that Black men, we can take care of our kids. We can do the best we can with what we got. And still stay passionate and pure about your goals and dreams. And you were living that, homie. So may your soul rest in peace, man. I'm going to try to make your services. And may your work never go in vain, man. But it's been a blessing. Tap base with y'all pretty soon, man. Stay blessed.